Everyone's clapping for that one.
All right, pretty clear difference there as far as what we want it to look like, and what we want it to look like obviously is the third thing, where I'm following the rules, like shoot each target with 2 rounds on one side of the stick, and I'll kind of blend it together, so I'll be kind of rolling forward, and then I'll step as I'm still shooting. Let me ask you this, did the fact that I was moving my feet affect the shooting at all? No. No, yeah, usually it does, but in this case, like, we're shooting, what, 5-7 yards? What kind of confirmation is appropriate? What are we looking to see from the sight before we pull the trigger? Colors, yeah, just a flash of red. So if you're shooting color confirmation, just a flash of red, like I'm not even looking for the sight to stabilize. I don't care about that. So like the fact that I'm moving my feet, it's not really that relevant. The second example was the one where it was like shoot, then I'd move, and then I wait for my feet to stop, and then start shooting again. We're explicitly looking to break that, right? So if you tie your pulling the trigger to what your feet are doing, that's not as good as tying it to what you see. So if I see the flash of red where I want to send bullets, like I want to react to that and pull the trigger completely irrespective of what my body's doing or how it feels. For a lot of people, it just feels uncomfortable. They feel like they need to stop everything before they can shoot. And we want to no, crush that, break that. Right, is there stuff to add here?
Just to reiterate some key points. When you talk about tying your sights to what your feet are doing, people come up with crazy things, thinking, I'll wait until my right foot touches down before I start shooting, something like that. Notice when Ben shot, he just disconnected. His upper body did the shooting, and his feet just carry him across. It's just walking. But people overcomplicate it because the order's a little bit complicated. If you haven't done it before, your feet end up in weird stances, that kind of thing. So we'll have you do it dry before we have you do it live.
When we do this drill, people do stuff like draw, boom, 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 boom. Like they'll move their feet. It's like, bro, it's just one step. That's all we're asking you to do is take one step. But it's like people get discombobulated on this. Oh, I should show you the lateral movement. So we want to start feet spread apart, knees bent, like a stance I can move from. I want to start and stop the drill like this. For the lateral one here, if I step like this, if I try to long step across, you see it's difficult for me to get wide. If I step cross, so I bring my trail foot first and I go a little bit forward, it's very easy to spread out like this. Let me make a couple examples for you. So we'd take that rep and be like, no go. Why? Because I finished like this. And you can see when I moved, like I'm not very stable. The gun's moving around a bit, so it's more difficult to shoot. Whereas look at this. See how much smoother that was? Right, so it's like you will benefit from cross-stepping and moving slightly forward when we're doing this laterally. What we want to get out of this drill is if you consider if I shoot like this standing, right, I have to move sometimes. So move over here, set up, stand like this. I'm going to make time by shooting, like kind of leaning out of position. And I start shooting early as I mount the gun. Like that's where we save time. Realistically, there's not much you can do about your actual movement speed, right? It kind of is what it is at this point. Yes, so, yeah, well, it's not what it was probably. It doesn't usually get better. I have found in my own case, this doesn't get better. Yeah, so it's like we're going to make time by shooting as we roll out of position and shooting early as we come in. That's the idea here. Any questions?
One thing you can do when you get done or before or after the rep is
Joel, you're low energy. You got to make
sorry.
some jokes.
Let's go. Feet spread apart, knees bent, like what we're looking for. When you get done with the rep, you could just look down and be like, oh, I'm not in a stance where I could move at all. So before you even lower the gun, you could just look down and assess how you're standing. That's a really good way to check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Great. All right, so we've got, as you can see, they're split up. Some are front to back, some are lateral. With 6 stations, it'll go pretty fast to run everybody through this. And we want you to get a look at each way at least once, probably more. Okay, let's pace this up. We'll get to it.